Welcome into another edition of Arizona Football Today. An absolutely gorgeous Saturday in Tucson for some noon football. It's the Wildcats and the Washington State Cougars. I'm David Kelly, joined as always by Glenn Howe, U of A football class of 1985. Glenn, a few weeks ago, Jedd Fisch said it's a 3-game season. This team went to UCLA and won. Now you come home for 2 games against Wazoo and ASU, and you got something to play for because a bowl game potentially is on the line.
The bowl game's on the line, guys. We have to be able to play better. I think if we don't be successful in this game against Washington State, I don't think the UCLA game means anything. We have to try to win out, man. At that game, we got to come off that high. We got to get focused and understand, let's get Washington State. Forget that game should have been gone on Sunday morning. That should have been gone, that UCLA game. Now we got to be ready, and let's attack Washington State.
Well, it's interesting. Brennan Carroll came out this week, Glenn, and I want you to hear what he said at his press conference early this week, and then the thing that he was pointing to about getting rid of that game at UCLA.
It's another championship opportunity. We're in the playoffs right now in our mind. To keep playing games, you got to keep winning. So every one of these is, you're in the playoff run right now. I told our guys after the flashback, the first picture I sent my guys was the Kobe meme of "Job's not finished."
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay.
Job's not finished. I like that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Because I tell you what, I forgot about that game on Sunday morning because I was saying, man, now we have some little momentum. We got to attack this defense. This defense is one of the best in the Pac-12, and they are an attacking defense. They lead in tackles for loss. What do you do to attack in defense? You attack them. So that's what we have to do. Run the ball. The blueprint's been set for all our wins. We have to run the ball.
Well, that's because then my one guy to watch on this defense is their outstanding linebacker, Deion Henley. We've talked about it all year. Glenn, power of the portal, a guy that played 5 years at Nevada, now over at Washington State. I mean, you mentioned this defense. They shut down Jaden Ott, which Arizona couldn't do. They shut down Caleb Williams statistically, which Arizona couldn't do. It's interesting. We talk so much about Washington State's offense, Glenn, but you're absolutely right. This defense is, I think, the thing that stands out.
This defense is an attacking defense. They come up and they'll hit you in the mouth. Oregon State, who runs the ball as a religion, okay, they only had 23 yards. It's unbelievable how they can stop the run. But I'm excited about looking at Jack Wilson. And everybody's like, who's Jack Wilson? This guy is the biggest football player in the NCAA. He's 6'11", 368. He was a hooper the last 3 years at a major college at Idaho, played basketball, walked on. Now he's starting in the Pac-12. This guy I want to see. I want to stand next to him just to see how big he is.
Well, offensively for Washington State, Glenn, they've got a new quarterback. Their quarterback last year left.
Yes, that's right.
We know who that is.
We'd love to have him. We're glad to have him.
Exactly. And not only him, I mean, essentially it's a whole new different cast of offensive characters on offense led by Cameron Ward, the transfer from Incarnate Word. Glenn, but they still do a lot of the same things in terms of the air raid, but they run the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, they run the ball a little bit more. We have to be able to stop that. And, the blueprint is, like I said, keep them off the field. What are we going to do? 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1. Don't pass the ball. Run the ball. Move the chains. Let's move those sticks and burn that clock. We've done a great job against UCLA. That's what we put. We put the best quarterback in the league. The second best, I think Jaden's the best. The second best quarterback in the league. Put him under pressure when he wasn't getting the ball, and that's what we need to do. DTR was under pressure, and he panicked. He kind of pressed the whole game, and that's how we won that ball game.
Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a different one for my one to watch on offense. I'm going to go with their center, Connor Gomnes. He's a redshirt sophomore, 6'2", 295 pounds, Glenn. But the guy in the middle of this line that's been so successful, I mean, he has twice this year won Offensive Player of the Week, the team award, award. I mean, that's saying something when your center is your best offensive player in any given game.
He's not only a smart kid because he's making all the calls, but he's a road grader. He is grading people out. He's taking those three techniques and the nose if there's over the top of them, and they're moving them out. And that's hard to do. Snap the ball, then you block. First thing is snap the ball, then you block. That's kind of hard. I've tried that a couple times when I was playing offensive line. That is pretty difficult. So I give kudos to those guys up front. They're snapping the ball. You got to understand that's a difficult thing to do, and this guy's been doing it well.
Well, the Wildcats are going to have some changes on their offensive line with the loss to Jordan Morgan, so Sam Alongi is going to have to get that start in left tackle, Glenn, but he's played all season, so I expect that at this point there's nothing he has not seen.
Man, it didn't hurt. I've never been more hurt about a player getting hurt is it Jordan Morgan. I hope and pray and give him kudos, man, to get a quick recovery and come back. That kid's worked his butt off. Local kid from Marana, great kid. I just hope he comes back, and I think Sam is going to come in there and fit in. It's not like Jordan Morgan, but he's in there. He's been playing with time, so I'm comfortable with him coming in and taking over.
Isn't it exciting to be excited about football in November?
Yes, it is. I'm really excited about it, and we got the ingredients to go to a bowl. You know, we're putting stuff in the bowl. We're putting it in a bowl. We have all the ingredients. We got a little paprika. We got a little bit of this. We got it all. Before, we didn't have it beginning of the season. We weren't even thinking about even getting a bowl. So we didn't even have the flour. We had nothing. So now we have everything to get to that bowl. We want to get that bowl and stir it up.
All right, well, I got something to say, but I'm going to wait till next week after the Wildcats win in order to say what I want to say about bowling. We have got noon football coming up here, just a few hours at the stadium. It's the Wildcats and the Washington State Cougars. He's Glenn Howe. I'm David Kelly. We will be back to break this game down for you on Sunday night.